Hey everyone, I'm Jana Rodriguez with the BridgingApps program at Easter Seals of Greater Houston. I'm broadcasting live to answer some of your questions. For today's tech tip, I'm going to talk a little bit about the app called Youper. Let me switch my screen here. I'm using an iPhone. I'm going to open up the App Store here and type in Youper, Y-O-U-P-E-R. Here we go, search. This yellow orangish app here is the one we're talking about. Youper is an emotional health assistant. I'm going to slide through some of the screenshots here and switch my screen once more just to talk a little bit about why this app is our tech tip of the day. It's very often recommended that we journal when we're working on our mental health and emotional health. So for anyone who might struggle with actually doing that, some of the things that this app offers is a different way of journaling where it uses something like a robot for chatting. And in that style, it'll ask you some questions to help you understand what you're feeling and what you're thinking about as you're going through different days and different situations. It then turns those conversations with the bot into journal entries. So this is a great way to track in general, but especially for someone who might struggle with actually journaling, Youper is great at turning a conversation style of questions to see how you're feeling and what you're thinking. And if those feelings have changed or if your emotions have changed, what better way to track it than having a conversation? I'm going to switch screens once more over here, go back to my phone here. Youper is a free app that's available on both iPhone and Android devices. I have the app downloaded here. I'm going to show a couple of examples of why we love this app. Now, there are some subscription plans available within this app. Though the app itself is free to download, there are some options that you can choose in here which come with a paid subscription. Now, right now I'm in the Youper section where the bot I can have a conversation with is engaging with me right now, giving me a greeting, giving me a couple of questions in here. For example, how are you feeling? Now, again, if the user is struggling with actually writing out a journal entry, it's wonderful that it's giving me some let me move my screen up here a little bit. See if I could show this just a tad bit better since it's low on my screen. That might make it a little bit better. Okay. At the bottom here, it's giving me options to answer how am I feeling. So if I tap I'm feeling, here's a ton of options I can use to help me understand my emotions and better describe my emotions. Now I'm going to put that I'm feeling calm. And now I've got an opportunity to mark exactly how calm I'm feeling. I'll put I'm feeling very calm. It's kind of stormy out here in Houston today, which for me is very relaxing. So I can capture that and I could say what's making me feel calm. So here's a couple of other options. I'll say that I had some good sleep and I feel like weather is in here. Oh, here we go. At the bottom, weather, I'll mark that as well. Capture. And the bot's now telling me how fantastic that is. And it's continuing to give me some more options. I'll mark I'm done here. We've got one more thing it's going to ask me here. Great. So I'm going to put just how great on here. And let's see if I can return to the main screen. Give me just a moment while I switch this over. Great. So again, like I said, for anyone who is looking to journal and maybe struggles with, I'm not sure where to start, I don't know how to do that or what I'm supposed to write down, this can be a great guide in working towards making journal entries. As you just saw in that demonstration, it's similar to a conversation. It uses a bot to help you mark down your emotions. So if you need to go back and think, have I changed in how I feel lately? I'm not really sure. It's been a couple of days since I last wrote something down. You can check as this tracks that progress for you and see if your mood has been improving or changing at all. And this is also great for anyone who's working on their mental health or emotional health. If it's something you struggle with verbalizing to a health professional, this is another great way to help articulate that, how your emotions have been or how they have changed. Again, I'm on an iPhone here. This is available on iPhone and Android. Let me see if I can switch my screen once more. I'd like to show a couple more things within this app. Switch to my iPhone screen. Okay, back into Youper. Started it once more. Now at the bottom, I've got a couple of choices here. I'd just like to point out some of the other options. You can see up here at the top in green, which I've moved my screen a bit, bring it down, see if we can show that a little bit better. It says that today at 2:56, there's my journal entry. Just by having that conversation with the bot, I've been able to mark down and make a journal entry about how I feel today and what that was related to. I've put that I feel very calm, and it's pretty much related to me having good sleep and enjoying this weather. You can see below that I've got an example where I say I'm very okay, and that was due to bad sleep and weather. So I've got my first entry in here where it asked me a ton of questions, and we got to talking about my goals. It walked me through marking down if I have goals and asked how this app can support me in reaching those goals. So it helped me kind of zoom in on what my goals were. We worked on 3, where Youper and I decided that my budget, cooking dinner at home, and walking the neighborhood would be my goals. For example, I started with I'd like to exercise, and it started asking me, how exactly do you want to reach this goal? Which is where I decided to put down walk the neighborhood. At the bottom, I'm going to change over to insights. This is another great way of getting information on understanding how my emotions and my feelings might be affecting me. You can see in here, I've done this card here of what makes me calm. This has a ton of options in here on what you can go through to better understand emotions. I'll switch over to health. There are some kind of surveys that are offered in here, and you can see there's an orange button that says available in premium. Most of the features I've tried in here are with the free trial of this app, or the free version of this app, though there are some great features that are also in the premium version. I'm going to switch now over to that main Youper section again, where the bot has come up. And just again, this is great for doing journal entries, especially for someone who's not really comfortable with that. Now, if you have used this app, if you're having some success or you're having some failures in it, please reach out. Let us know. We'd love to continue to talk about this app. Let us know what you think. Again, this is an emotional support assistant. So this app can kind of guide the user in realizing what they're feeling, putting it into words, what they're feeling. As you saw in that demonstration, it does give some suggestions on how to answer those questions of what your mood is like, what's affecting your mood. And this is great for anyone working on their mental or emotional health, because it can better translate when you're talking to a professional if that's something that you're working on. So thank you everyone for joining. Please reach out. Let us know if you need any support. Please subscribe. Check out our website at BridgingApps.org. Let us know if you need any support or have any comments about this app or other apps. We'd love to keep chatting with you. See you next time. Bye everyone.